Hey, 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 welcome to another Valley Forged. Leather. Talking about leather today. Somebody asked me a few weeks ago, what is your favorite thing to do on lasers? And I have a lot. I absolutely love working on lasers, as most of you know. But it's going to be leather. I just love, frankly, I love the sewing part. Which to some people is, probably the most tedious thing you could do in life. But for me, I absolutely love it. I'm watching, hey, I am a learner too. I'm watching Clack Shack or Ventari or some other leather, Courtier leather, or some other leather working video. I just enjoy watching those, and why I'm doing it, I'm sewing. I got this handy dandy stitching pony here. And, I just sit here. Probably should get a higher one so I don't crick my neck quite so much. But I love there to just sit there. This Ritz Tiger thread. This is what I'm going to be recommending. And it's just a very zen feeling. Now, that's probably not going to be very zen your first, second, maybe even third project or wallet. It's just one of those things that over time you learn how to do it, so you don't have to think about it anymore, and you could just zone. You just zone. It's so nice. But I'm going to be giving a few tips and tricks on the different wallets and keychains that we're doing today, and how you might think differently. How long the thread needs to be is a really big deal for each of these. That is a terrible feeling when you're getting to the edge of your wallet here and you realize that you don't have enough thread. It's far worse than having too much. But thread's not cheap, so you don't want to just waste it either. So it's one of those things. The one that started it all for me, the first one that I made was this front pocket wallet here. It's a really, really, really great wallet. And served me very well, fairly easy to make. This isn't the easiest one in the pack, but it's still not difficult at all. Really, really great, sells really well. Now, this is part of my bestsellers pack, so many of you already have it with one other one. Again, works really well, sells really well, and really fun to make. Hundreds of people have made this wallet, so it's going to, I do, of course, have step-by-step videos on every single one of these. But I just wanted to start out with this one because it was my first one, and so many people have made it. I know it's a really good one, but I'm really liking the latest one I just made, so let's check that out. So I'm currently selling this in stores right now for $80, so if anybody's kind of wondering what the price level for this is, since it's not a traditional billfold wallet, I'm thinking, $100 is the right price for that, but I don't really make those because really it's just too much work. I mean, it's a lot of work that goes into making a regular billfold wallet, and really not people don't carry as much cash anymore. You see, I have mine. I use this wallet. My actual personal wallet is this wallet, and I carry cash there in the side. So, works really great. And I decided to make a card wallet. So this is the basic card wallet. You just stick a card in there. It's really great to carry around. That's part of the pack. This one is super easy to make and would be a really good first leather project. I'm going to go over where I get leather and all these sorts of things. I just wanted to go over the different wallets. And I'm going to go over the kind of leather I think that you should use and kind of just the basics. But I will go in depth for each one of these in the different videos I made specifically on each one of these wallets. And I'll leave in the description each one of these wallets. You can get them all separately for a couple of bucks, or you could just get, all of these in one pack. It's totally up to you. And the leather keychains as well. The pack will come with leather keychains, which are also in stores now, and I have several different ones that I'll be showing you. So you'll get the front pocket wallet and then this card wallet, which I've made in tons of different colors, and they work really well. I can sell them for less money because they take less leather and less time. And the latest creation that I've made is actually, and you know, I brought up a picture here. You see this now at the top, you see that's all leather. So in the center, you're going to have, you know, an area to put cash and things like that. But I also thought, hey, what if I make the center out of wood? I've always wanted to do it, but I just didn't feel like I had enough skill to be able to know for sure whether it worked or not, or whether it was something I was doing. So I tried that, and I put wood as the center. And so you have the pockets around the outside. And I was like, oh, I'll just try it. It's working really, really well. In fact, most of the wallets that I sold this month have actually been the ones with wood in it. In fact, the two that you see here on the screen, those two are gone. They were my first two prototypes of the ones with wood, and those are the ones that sold first. So, yeah, I think it's a winner. So here I've made a couple of more, and I want to make some more with the waves, of course. And you can use whatever design you want. It doesn't come with the waves. Those are something I just bought off of Etsy myself. I buy quite a few things off of Etsy, but I'm just using hardwoods, and that is a Paduk over on the right, and just a cherry with some design here on the left. I plan on doing all sorts of designs. It was a prototype. I didn't know if people were going to like it or not. I didn't even know if it would even work. But I had a feeling it would, and they do work quite well. And I wanted to do some brighter colors because I figured, hey, kind of show them off a little bit more. Again, it was just a test. So now that I can definitely confirm that people love them and they sell, they are in the pack. And they will continue to be the store. If you're in downtown SLO, you can go to a store called Making SLO and buy it from there. And you could get a keychain, but I'm going to go over those here in a bit. Leather keychains are very easy to make and beautiful. A little bit expensive when you really think about it, but you know, I sell them for $20, a premium. But zipper wallet. This would be the more difficult one of the bunch. Once you have made the other wallets and you feel really good about that, you're going to want to learn how to do zippers, because now you can get into purses, you can get into larger, you know, cases and things. So it is something I think that is worthwhile doing. And so you're going to get this, basically it's kind of like the front pocket wallet, but you got a zipper pouch. Call it a coin purse, whatever you want to call. But I do a video specifically teaching you how to make this. And I think it is absolutely something everybody should do once they feel comfortable. And I got also into dyeing edges and things like that. That's what I mean. It's like there's really no end to the amount of things that you can do with this. And one of the things I love about it is that every laser can do this. Even a 5.5 watt laser can do this. Now, I would suggest at least a 10 watt, but a 10 watt does it just wonderfully. And so it's a kind of a great equalizer when it comes to laser projects, that anybody can do this one. Keychains. I have these in the store as well. Now I'm selling these for $20 because, hey, this is Italian leather, not cheap. And I do have the premium keychain, the key rings on them. Very easy to make. All you got to do is cut it out, fold it, glue it together, and put a rivet here in the center, which is not hard, and you should definitely learn how to do rivets, because don't be intimidated. Super, super easy. I'm just using the hand rivets. I have a rivet punch thingy, but for these I just did them by hand with a little mallet, you know. Works great. With the regular key rings, it's great. But I also added, as a cheaper option, being able to do the wood and leather ones. So this is the wood and leather ones. I'll pop up a picture of that. You do the main keychain part in wood, and then I do a little leather clasp on it and put a rivet right there. And then it allows you to make all different colors, and you can use your scraps. And that's a great use for scraps. And you could also do the reverse, which looks really, really good. I'm just fine-tuning that right now. So that you would have kind of a nice little leather pack that you could put in a store, and you can have several different versions. You just see what works for you. But again, these are all tried and tested, used in Lightburn. Now, the SVG will work on Glowforge and XCS, you know, if you have an X tool. Tons of people have used all of my patterns on those, but I specifically use Lightburn myself. And for a lot of people, you get these PDFs and all these other files that you get on Etsy, and they're just a pain in the butt. I've tried to make it as easy as possible, but I'm going to tell you, settings are your responsibility. So do some testing. Make sure before you try and cut out a wallet or a keychain that you have your settings right, whether air or not air is working better on your particular machine for leather. I'm typically using air. Make sure you have a good exhaust system. Now, when you use Italian leather like I do, the smell really isn't so much. You know, if you're using bare, I of course suggest everybody out there is using vegetable tan leather. I'm just happen to get mine from Rocky Mountain Leather Supply or Buckle Guy. Rocky Mountain has a lot better selection. It's just the way it is, you know. And so I end up going with them more often than not. The Tandy leather does have some vegetable tan hides, so you can get kind of like $90. You can get a 10 square feet or something, which makes things a lot easier, that you're not quite so worried about you getting a 2 foot by 2 foot or 2 foot by 1 foot piece. You know, don't have a lot to work with, and it's quite expensive when you're talking about the Italian leathers. And I'm going to suggest right around 3 ounces, which is less than 3 millimeters. So go and take a look at that. It's kind of thin, but I think it works out really well for the wallets. You, of course, can go thicker. This is like a Montana hide from Tandy. But what I did is I skived down some of this, like right here in the back, you know, so that it would fold well. I ended up skiving that down. So you're going to have to learn some other techniques if you want to use thicker leather. But it's totally doable, of course. And it may give you more of the look that you want. You know, just because I do things the way I do them doesn't mean that you have to. There's literally, you see this wood and leather wallet. Have you ever seen one of those before? I never have. I got to invent it. That's why lasers are so cool, right? And you may fail 9 times out of 10, but at least you're able to do that. At least you're able to invent and have fun and do things nobody else is doing. Use your creativity and just enjoy what you do. And most people don't get the opportunity to do that. And so we're very fortunate. This is one of the reasons why I would say don't rush too fast when making your business, because you want to still... If you're always worried about trying to make money, you won't be able to experiment. You won't be able to make as many mistakes. And I think mistakes are such an important part of this process. And I'm speaking to myself right now. You know, I have a full-time business doing laser stuff. And it would be very easy for me to get stuck in a rut of, oh, hey, what's just going to make money, and not trying new things. And so when I talk on a video, I try to also watch my own videos and take my own advice. And hopefully that reaches somebody out there. A lot of people trying to, you know, not get rich quick maybe, but just try and make a business real quick. And if there's a way that you can prolong that process and don't quit your day job and just learn as much as you can and enjoy this, you may create that one thing that nobody else has made before, that ends up being what really does it for you. And you may not have had that opportunity if you didn't allow yourself that creativity. One of the things is mirrors. You know, we're going to get into that probably in the next video. I learned that from Clack Shack, actually. And I remember this artist did just absolutely gorgeous mirror because you can etch out the backside of mirrors. And I just never did it because what he was doing was so good. I never even wanted to attempt it. So now I'm going to get back into that. So we'll get that in the next couple of videos. But I just wanted to mention Ritza Tiger thread. Highly recommend it. The size, I go into that in the different videos. I think I use 0.8 millimeter for most everything I'm doing. A little thinner if you want it to be more of a feminine style. But I haven't had too many complaints about all the videos that I've made on the leather. And so I think people are able to do it. I've seen lots of pictures showing me that people have done it and they've turned out really nice. So I would encourage you to also post a picture of your finished product on the Etsy, and I'd like to see it. And a lot of you are doing better work than I ever have. And I actually really like to see that. I'm not jealous. And this particular one with the wood and the leather, somebody's absolutely going to take this to the next level. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, and I'm hoping to take it to the next level myself. So if you have any questions about what I'm talking about, leave it in the description. I'm looking for better places to talk about all this stuff, but for right now, the description is what we got. And then if you have any trouble with any of the file part, then send me a message on Etsy. So that's about it for this episode. If I come up with more stuff, I'll add it, but I think it's a good little pack right now. And I will see you in the next one. Love y'all.